Many have seen one-stop shops in various parts of the state, but not a one-stop farm. Recently, Insider News spotted a one-stop farm at Awgbu in Orumba North local government area. Chief Walter CHIGBO is from Awgbu but was raised in Ibariam farm settlement by his father, who was living in the settlement as a farmer. Years after, as a grown man, Chief CHIGBO, who has garnered a lot of academic experiences, merged with practical experience, decided to live out his dream of becoming a farmer. The farm was a sight to behold. Inside the farm was over 25 fish ponds, containing over 100,000 catfishes and uncountable number of tilapia fishes used to feed the catfishes. The good news is that the farm has fish processing factory, local and industrial, though not without some difficulties, but we will come to that later. Inside the farm is a poultry with 10,000 birds. Also inside the farm, snails and grass cutter are reared. The farm also have cattle ranch, goat pen still under construction. Chief CHIGBO told Insider News that the cassava farm was meant to be supplying materials for the fish feed.
It's a hobby, a passion. There is nothing that gives me joy like to watch something I plant growing, just like a baby. I watch them. Sometimes I plant them, I want them to grow tomorrow. You see, like those mangoes, I want them to see those mangoes bringing fruits next tomorrow. You know?
Okay.
And we harvest fishes here every 3 months. And it's not all about harvesting every 3 months. What I tell you is that as we are standing here, if you want fish now, we'll harvest for you. So we grow them in such a way that from Monday to Tuesday, from the beginning of January to December, we have fish ready. You can see those 3 brand new tractors are not for mere exhibition. We acquired them to get ready for the real thing. Our problem is land. It's land. You can see while we are coming, there are a lot of arable land here. They are not, nobody is using them. It's only government. Government owns the land. It's only government that have the power to say, oh, we need this place for farming. So what we need now is government to help us to acquire more land.
To say that the farm was well planned would be an understatement. Check out the staff quarters where about 15 workers lived. Other things worth mentioning were banana plantation, pineapple plantation, and a proposed tomatoes and pepper plantation. Back to the challenges of the farm. Chief, could you please tell us when and what you have been doing?
Tell you, this is a long time dream. I have, even as a child who grew up in a farm settlement, I've always had that dream to own a very big farm. And somehow we started by July last year by acquiring this place. Originally this place was a swamp, but being a farmer and knowing what I want to go into, I believe that the swampy or the swamp would be the best place for a good farm. See the road. I have spent over 400 million here in buying land and in putting up. You can see what it will take to fill this swamp and put up 2 gigantic buildings there. Because you don't put a farm where you don't have staff quarters.
Yes.
You don't have production points. You don't do that. That means your workers will be coming from their home. So but here what we do is you wake up, you are in the farm. You sleep, you wake up in the farm, you eat, you go back to the farm.
And what are your challenges?
A major challenge or challenges here, 1 is electricity, 2 is land, thirdly is water. These 3 things. My brother, you saw the road. Sometimes the things we harvest here got rotten because we can't move them to the market. If we get land now, I tell you, if it is rice we want to go into, we will produce thousands of tons of rice. If it is maize we want to go into, we will produce it in large quantity. If it is tomatoes, we have the best of species of tomatoes. One of our targets is to create employment. I want to own a farm that will employ more than 1,000 people. You know?
Moving forward, in the next 3 years, if all is provided for this farm, just as the owner said, Anambra will not be just sufficient in fish production, but will be exporting fishes to the international markets. The farm will as well employ a good number of youths, thereby helping state government in providing employment for many. In Awgbu, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS Insider News.